I'm excited to be sitting here with Mark Bolduc, the CEO and founder of Wicket Smart Homes, based in lovely, beautiful, super hot right now, Florida, and has been a very, very long time Leon partner, going back to I don't know when, but considerable amount of time. And grateful for you taking a few moments with us, Mark. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, as we get started, I would love for you to just take a second for those who've not had a chance to meet you, talk a little bit about yourself, how you got into the space, and a little bit about Wicked Smart Homes. What makes you guys tick?
Sure, yeah. Well, I've been in this industry for around 20 years now. Um, I came in I guess not the traditional manner. I wasn't, a child of of an owner or anything like that. I basically stumbled onto this industry. The story I've told over the years is my parents retired in South Florida, here in
Yeah,
Bradenton, and they built a smart home. So we're going back to like 2001, two in that time frame.
yeah,
And I was coming down from New England, originally from Maine. I was living in Boston at the time, and everybody wants to get out of the cold winters of Boston and come down to Florida. And I'd wake up in the morning, I'd see a gentleman in the corner that I didn't recognize. Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? And he was putting the finishing programming touches on the Crestron portion
no
of the
kidding.
project. So, of course, was naturally interested in what he was doing, thought it was fascinating, was over his
Wow.
shoulder for a couple hours as he was writing code and asking a million questions, and probably cost my parents about an extra 20 hours of programming time. Um, but no,
That's awesome.
really enjoyed those conversations. Learned a lot about the business in that short amount of time. Struck up a friendship with him, and the next thing I know, there's a business opportunity for me to come down. At the
Yeah,
time, South Florida was a booming housing market, so he had the gentleman back then had a kind of a startup kind of company. It was really moving in the right direction. It was doing some great projects, but
yeah,
like a lot of integrators, was programming, installing,
yeah.
running wire, doing all of it, and didn't have anybody on the business development side. And that's really what my strength was. So I came in, started forging relationships, and learned the business, baptism by fire, as they say, I guess, and
Yeah,
did
yeah.
my best. Yeah. So,
Wow,
so
congratulations.
20 years ago now, and fast forward, I worked for a couple integration companies in the Sarasota market. Really cut my
Yeah,
teeth working with them, and then in 2009, I felt it was time. There was an opportunity in the
yeah.
marketplace for me, as a always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and
Just went
you
for it.
know, and we went for it. And here we are, many
Yeah.
years later. So it's great.
That's great. I love that. I had not heard your full story. I did not know. What I just heard you say is, self-made, totally driven, entrepreneurial, not unlike a lot of people in the space, but also driven out of the practicality of the work that you were seeing and the desire to get involved in it. And that's what I love about CI in general, and certainly the opportunities that present themselves with it. There's a curiosity that comes with that. And I want you to talk a little bit about what do you see in the industry right now? It's important to be curious, and our customers are asking us to deliver value, like higher value, perhaps than we ever have, because we're navigating a lot of technologies in a lot of ways. What's got you thinking right now in the context of your business around those requests coming from your customers to be more innovative and creative and reach maybe a little bit further than the things that you're accustomed to?
Well, I think just by design, our business really kind of hinges on differentiating ourselves from maybe competitors, but we do it organically. Like, we are heavy on design and engineering. It's a scenario for us where I don't know if necessarily the client is driving that as much as we are internally trying to get better each and every day, learn from past mistakes, document, standardize, and just really have a clear, defined focus on how we want to run each and every one of our projects. Now,
Yeah.
we've been, the lighting design and fixture specification part of our business, like a lot of integrators and peers in the industry, has really dominated a lot of our time. but
Right.
for good reason. So I think that's allowed us to have a different conversation with our industry partners. Instead of talking about the latest projector or whatever, now we're talking about, hey, we not only provide professional lighting design, but we also provide fixtures. And then it's a natural extension, right? We've been
Yeah.
programming lights for so long, we might as well have end-to-end management of the products and the desired result at the end for our clients.
Yeah, totally. I think there's a lot to be said. I think what I think lighting does a lot of times for a typical CI partner is it expands you into a design equation and conversation around achieving an aesthetic end. And many times other things can't do that.
Right.
It's just delivering tech, but we're not really connected to the aesthetic end of the conversation. So when you guys, do you have a formalized process that you use that you teach your people? Or how do you engage that conversation as you're bringing a customer through the journey?
Yeah, I mean, I think again, it should be a natural discussion, one that takes place during the consultation phase. So a client may think they're coming in to talk about AV tech, smart home features, whatever it may be, and we're having a little bit more thoughtful conversation with them about, hey, is lighting a hot button for you? And through kind of a a little bit more trial in how each one of the salespeople on my team get there. But the point is that we're introducing the topic of lighting design and upgraded fixtures in a home. And of course, if we're feeling that the client has interest in that, then we're taking it and introducing them at a later time to our
Yeah.
lighting designer, right? So the process is clear and defined. The salespeople don't necessarily, even though we have a lighting lab and we can certainly see, touch and feel fixtures and all that, we're introducing the concept and then we're taking it to the next level with the lighting designer. And we that process for us has been really good. I mean,
That's
we
great.
we joke internally about the
Yeah.
the as most people in our industry, the 4 cans and a fan approach. For a lot of folks, that worked for a long time. Now it's really, I feel like the adoption, the education, the understanding of our builder base and architects is to the point where if we
Yeah.
weren't providing lighting design and fixture specification, then we probably be lagging behind other companies in
You
the area. Yeah.
you totally would be 4 cans and a fan.
Yeah.
That's like a perfect illustration of it. It's like, yeah, and you've got everything on your belt as you're walking through the door, getting ready.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's talk about aesthetic. Aesthetic is something I've seen you guys kick out some beautiful, beautiful work. And we've had a chance to collaborate together on some of that stuff, but it's just great to be working with you guys. When you have an aesthetics conversation, you're doing some stuff in your spaces that are truly, like they're inspiring and they are people who buy into that inspiration and vision. Are you finding that that's happening with the end user or with a designer or an architect or all three? What's navigation in a scenario like that for you?
Yeah, I feel like it's a standard here. I don't know if it's a geographic situation, but I feel like our clients, especially the builders, designers that are coming in, they already know based on those relationships what we're capable of doing, what solutions we can find or provide for certain rooms and applications. So for us, I don't necessarily think we're reinventing the wheel as far as aesthetics goes. It's just been one of those determining driving factors for us that kind of has permeated through every level and when it comes to design and engineering of our systems. It's, we're asking a lot of high level questions, things the clients may not even be prepared for, right? Like, do you
Yeah,
want to see this technology? Is it important to you? And a lot of times the answer is, yeah, I would love to see and hear it, but not necessarily see it or be the
yeah,
forefront or where my eye is drawn to. So
yeah.
lifestyle products, that's where you guys have done an amazing job. And I
Thank
mean,
you.
gosh, I wonder how many Horizon soundbars that we perfectly match the width on TVs that
A
most
lot.
folks don't even know it's an aftermarket product. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's great. That's great. I love that. And it is lifestyle related, right? So and I think the movement of conceal sometimes gets lost, around what we're ultimately trying to get done. Sometimes conceal is just another way of saying make it presentable and addressable in a different kind of way. And those are the ideas and the solutions that we like to think about at certainly at Leon. All right, what advice would you give to somebody that's on our webcast today regarding engaging with Leon? So when it's what would you say to somebody? Hey, we're not necessarily working with them. We've got a long history together. What would you tell them?
Well, first and foremost, it starts with leadership on down. We've known Noah for a long time. It's always great when you can work with a company that really all the main players, right? I mean, it's the support is there in the event something goes upside down, and you need to be nimble and figure out a quick fix or solution. But most importantly, I mean, the product mix addresses a lot of the I don't want to call them challenges, but
Yeah.
when you have a robust product line that's really geared towards finding aesthetically pleasing, high performance solutions, then it's almost a no-brainer. Like, what else are you using in that space if you're not using Leon? So
Wow.
I'm surprised you guys don't have thousands of dealers, but no, I mean, listen, it's
We only need one really good one in Sarasota.
there you go. I love it. That's good. No, but we've had a great relationship with you guys. I mean, all positive. We don't have to. There's not a lot of shipping challenges. The product is as it is communicated to us, and even better. So our clients love it. Overall, get on board. Everybody will take good care of you, and life goes on. Yeah.
Will we see you at CEDIA?
We will be at CEDIA. Yep, the team will be there.
On. Okay, cool. So we want to do something special to thank you for your time today. So I'm going to give you a few choices. We are introducing a brand new product, but I'd like to send one of these things to your new space.
Oh, so
we'll hook you up with some sound sconces, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But thank you, Mark, for your time today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Awesome. You just hang for just a second. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.